Okay, back again. So to pop this clutch open, you have to get that clip off. That little clip that runs around. You can see the bumps are holding it back. Right in here. So what you have to do is to compress the springs in this clutch. And you're going to use a tool. It's made by a company called Jims. There you go. Jims USA. So this guy gets up inside. Kind of goes like that. And then there's a bolt. This piece here, that was part of the clutch. That threads on like that. I gotta do this with two hands. That threads on with that, and then that'll allow me to pop this. I'm not getting a good focus on this. There you go. It's not auto-focusing right. Alright, I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so I got the spring compressor on, and you tighten it down. But this thing is not focusing. Okay. So you can get a screwdriver down in here, and you can pop this off. See how it comes loose? One-handed mechanic. I'm all for showing people how to do things. Sometimes you gotta put the camera down. Okay, so that pops that out, and there's your circ clip. And then you back this off with your 3/4 wrench, and it all falls apart. So I'm going to grab it so I don't lose track of what the plates are. Alright, thanks. Okay, with the clip out and the springs out, let's put these down here, you can actually wiggle out the center of that. And what you see there is a bearing, and here's the clutch plates. They all come out. And I'm going to leave them in right now. They all slip out, so I'm going to take them out and lay them in an order I can deal with. And this clutch tool has got to be, there's a lot of pressure on it right now, so I got to release this pressure on it and back it out. Maybe I can leave it right in like that. I don't have to take it apart. I'll leave this together, I guess. That should stay like it is. Then I got to take all these out and clean them, and that's why the clutch isn't working, because there's dirt and stuff in. These are all stuck together. They're not slipping like they should. All right. After I get done cleaning stuff, then I'll pop back in. Here's all the clutch plates, all the pieces, and they're stuck together so bad. You can see this one's loose, but these are all really stuck together. So I can pry them out, pry them apart. Clean all these. Just clean them up really good. Put them all back together, and the clutch should work fine. But this is what happens when you let something sit. And the thing is, when this bike is sitting normal and the clutch is sitting like this, there's not enough fluid to actually cover the whole thing. So it only sits in a little bit of fluid at the bottom. So even if you just let the bike sit, these things can corrode really fast. The best thing to do is just keep it operating, keep it moving, and that will solve this problem. I don't know if these things need to be replaced or not, but I'm just going to clean them up best I can and put them all back together. And remember, this has got to be in order. So this one's this one is far out, this one's inside, and just keep track of how that's put back together, because if you lose, I don't know how this thing would work if you don't have these things in set order. I don't know, but you can see how you'll have this one is kind of runs with the inner hub, and this one's got grooves on the outside. It catches with the outer hub, and it's outer inner, and these plates, when you squeeze the clutch in, I guess it allows these to have slippage between them. Then when you let out on the clutch lever, the spring smashes all this together, and then it grabs and you go forward. But if you've got these things all corroded and stuck together, no matter what you do with the clutch, the bike's going to go forward no matter what. As soon as you push your foot down on the lever, it will go. And that's what's happening with this. So I'm losing daylight, so I think that's going to be all the video I'm going to do today. And let's see, this is what it looks like with the plates out. You can see the steel plates kind of grab the inner, and the top one grabs the outer. And as of now, it'll just spin. And all else needs to be cleaned, put back together, and we should be good to go. Alright, see you next time. Alright, we're back. I still have the clutch apart. I haven't put anything back together yet, but I wanted to try the starter and see if I could get it to go. And looks like this battery's not really good, so I just threw some jumpers on it, and I might be able to get it to pop. Let's try it again. Alright, got the switch on. Well, didn't go. You can see this trying to kick out. It's just not enough voltage on here. Let me put it into battery charge jumper mode. Hang on, stand by. Okay, I put the battery charger on, jump start, and I get a really bright light now. You see all the lights inside the gauges lit up, so there's plenty of juice. Let's try it again. It should spin. Let me take the plugs out real quick. Make it easier. Sorry about the moving camera. Alright, so this should spin. It's not. Well, try again later. So much for that. Okay, I'm going to give it another try. See if this thing will kick on. Got some lights on. Okay, so that's a successful try. I was having a problem with the starter, so I had to put it up on boost. I'm going to shut this thing down. So, since I got the clutch turning and the engine turning, I'm going to start putting this back together And I'm gonna put these clutch plates back in, and they basically just go back inside like this. They're alternating fiber and steel, and try to keep them in the same order. And then after that, I'm going to use some of this RevTech primary chain lube. I've seen some people using a 2050 oil, but I'm going to go with this stuff here, which I already have, so I didn't buy anything. This was in the closet, and I think it's 1.5 pints. It's not a full quart that it holds. And then after that, I'm going to put the clutch spring back on top, and then release this bolt, which should hold everything in place. And when I get that back together, I'll do another video. Cheers. I don't think I was recording. Okay, so I got the clip in. The tool was bolted in like that, and I was able to get the clip back together. You just have to make sure that clip is behind every one of those tabs, or else your clutch will fly apart. I'm going to put the camera down and take a real close look at it, make sure everything's okay, and then we'll resume. Okay, here we go. Got the side cover in position. When you're putting it up there, the first thing you got to do is try to get your foot peg mounting bolt in the hole, and also the shifter on the inside. You also got to check out these little studs right here. That can help you. Check out where they are. Actually, the gasket's got to be lined up. Also, there's a spring on the bottom. Let's see if I can get a better shot. The spring for the primary chain tensioner down there. If you can see this tab right here, this spring's got to go on the inside of the case. You'll never get it on without that. So that spring's got to be dealt with also. Got to make sure everything's lined up. There's another pin right here that goes in. That's for your gasket. And it's kind of touchy to get this adjuster over this gasket. You got to watch that, make sure it's lined up. And you also, inside there, you've got to make sure that the let's see if I can get it. You got to make sure that the shifter adjustment thread is in there also. So a couple things that has to happen at the same time. And let me see if I can get that going. I'll be back again.